Focus on learning. Every problem in life is really just a sign that you have more to learn. Pretty good, don't you think? I think it is. All right, so learn what you can today. Give yourself permission to learn. Give yourself permission to just try. You got to try to learn. But don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. The bottom of the screen says, do what is right for your body. Everybody's body is different, and every day is certainly different in that wonderful body of ours, isn't it? All right, do what you can with what you got. If something hurts, back out of it. Don't do it. Take it to a lesser extent. I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. I think that's the best part. You do it your way. You use the props you want to use. You take the breaks you want to take, and you just have fun. Come have fun with us every day. Every day our practice is live. 1 hour long. 1 hour, it goes by quickly. And each practice is different. Every day is different. Start to finish, live. It's just like being in a class. No takes, no cuts. Today is a Yoga Plus class. What does that mean? Yoga Plus means we incorporate weights, we incorporate bar poses, we incorporate Pilates, and we incorporate hand weights. Just to shake it up and make it a little different. If you can just stick around for 10 minutes, that's okay. But try to do the whole hour. Try to do an hour each day just for you. It's fun. You gotta have fun. And our word today as you practice is the word fun. And fun, fun means enjoyment. It means pleasurable. Have a good time with it. If you're not having a good time, you're not going to repeat it. You're not going to do it. All right, so that's it. Don't hurt yourself. Have fun. 2 words I want you to think about, aside from having fun. Lee Marvin, okay, you're thinking why? If you know who Lee Marvin is, you're in the right place to do your yoga. Lee Marvin and think grandpa. All right, it's all good. Trust me, it'll be fun. You'll discover it as we go. All right, here's the deal. Props. Have 2 yoga blocks. Buy them. They're not expensive. You can get them for under $20. They're wonderful props. We're going to use a blanket today for final shavasana. If you have one, great. If not, that's okay. You can get by without it. You can get by without any of these props. I'm going to use the blanket rolled up like a big giant burrito, and I'm going to put it on my spine. So that's the teaser. You can look forward to that. Final shavasana with the blanket on your spine. Hand towel, eye shade, come in handy for many uses. A bender ball or a squishy little ball, a playground ball that's pretty deflated would work too. This creates an unstable surface. You'll like it. I've got a strap, but I'm not going to use it today, but if you want to use it, grab your strap. 2 little weights. If you don't have weights, grab 2 water bottles or 2 cans from your pantry, just something to create a little bit of resistance. Lastly, some water, and then we're going to come up to standing. All right, you got all your props, all your goodies. You could have a chair too. Come on up to standing. Grab the ball. All right, so if you have a chair, you could do this seated in your chair. You could use the chair for the bar poses. I'll tell you about that in a few minutes when we get to that. Stress number, scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. Just pick a number. We do this every day, and just kind of, where are you on the feel-good scale? Whatever, don't overthink it. Place the ball up between your thighs. Give it a good squeeze. No ball, that's okay. You can do this. Hands on your hips, shoulders back and down. Take a big breath in through your nose, and a big breath out through your mouth. Start to come on up onto the balls of your feet. First opportunity to use that chair if you want. You could be seated in it, doing your calf raises. You could also be standing with the chair by your side and using it for balance. You decide what works for you. I can't stress that enough. You decide what works for you. Just do. Just do. Get up and move. All right, strengthening the feet, strengthening the ankles, getting strong in your foundation. Yes, you are. Breathe in and out. Big breath in. Big sign breath out because you're letting tension go. You're not worried about this because there's nothing to worry about. You just want to have some fun. Breathe. Move. How are your calves feeling? We're waking them up. Let's come up high onto the balls of the feet. Keep your heel behind your toes. Give the ball a squeeze. Hold it here. High, high. Hold it up nice and high. Breathe. When you're ready, you're strong. Come on down to your heels. Lift your toes up and give them a wiggle. Just get everything moving. Plant your feet solidly. Lift your arms high up to the sky in an extended mountain pose. Reach through your fingertips. Squeeze that ball. Breathe. Interlace your fingers, palms toward the sky. Sway from side to side. We're going to do several movements like this. One's down on our knees. It's a mermaid pose. It's a Pilates move. We're going to do that too. Just big side stretches. In the warm-up, we just kind of wake up the big muscles. Strengthen the foundation, which we did with the feet. Sideways movement, lateral flexion of the spine. Let's move the spine another way. Come back to standing. Bring your hands behind your low back. Squeeze your elbows towards your spine. Sigh it out, let it go. Let your elbows or your shoulders soften. Push your hips forward, push your belly forward. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Maybe today you take it and you look right overhead. Take that little back bend, chin up to the sky. Breathe, chest lifts. Exhale, breathe out, navel to your spine, hinge forward. Arms reach toward the ground. I don't know why everybody is obsessed with fingers, hands touching their toes. Don't sweat it. Let it be. Let your arms hang heavy. Your gaze, take it back to your ankles. Take it back to your knees. Take it up to your belly button. Wherever you are, it is grand. Breathe. Big breath in. Big breath out. Decompress your spine. Let it go. Shake your neck. Ooh, feels good. Sweep your arms on up. Back up to your extended mountain pose. Let's do some arm circles. Put a bend in your knees. So you're in chair pose, Utkatasana here. Big arms are reaching forward, knees are bent. Hold on here. Now let's do some arm circles. Big arm circles toward the back of your room. And you decide how big they are. When the hands come down, the knees are bent generously. When the arms come up, let's straighten the knees. So bend and straighten the knees. Our beloved knees give so many of us problems, don't they? Prevent the problems. Move them as best you can. Every day in your yoga, come back, make it work. Arm circles other direction. Whew. Big shoulder circles. Maybe they're not so big. You decide. If you're in your chair, you can do this too. Just do. And when you're ready, let's finish up. Come on up to a standing position. Arms by your sides. How's that ball? Squeeze it. No mercy on that ball. Take your big coat swing. Sway from side to side. Look over one shoulder, then the other. Nice little controlled twist. Breathe. All right, Lee Marvin. Think about what movies he was in. If you have no clue who Lee Marvin is, you're about to learn and you'll never forget. All right, keep breathing. Breathe. All right. Look over your shoulder, tap your hip, tap your backside, twist, twist. You're here for a reason. Make it work. Make it work for you. All right, finish up. Slow it down. Come back to the midline of your body. When you're ready, put a bend in your knees. Focus on what you can, not what you can't do. Sit low, squat low, weight more back into your heels. Hands can be on your thighs just because it feels nice, and hold here. Big breath in, big settling breath out. You got it. Nice, low hold here in your chair pose. Hold, hold, hold. When you're ready, let's remove the ball from between your legs. Feet at about hip width distance apart. Elbows bend, hands reach toward opposite elbow creases. Your head, let it hang. Hang heavy. Look back to your knees, look back to your belly button. Put a little bend in your knees. Feet are hip width distance apart. Decompress the entire spine. Feel the goodness in your low back. Shake your neck. And then ragdoll. Gently sway from side to side. It's almost like you're drawing a figure 8 with your elbows, maybe. Let one elbow come back toward one knee, then the other. Move it out. Shake it out. And have fun. I don't know how low you are. Maybe you're not that low, but that's okay. Let's finish. Come back to the midline. Release your fingers to the earth. Come on down. It's time for child's pose. All right, great pose. Great pose because it does so many wonderful things for you. Spread your knees wide or keep them together. It's your call. Big toes touch in either variation. Sink your hips back to your heels in either variation. Bring a block or two up to the top of your mat. Maybe. So many choices. Life is full of choices. Make good ones. You made a good one by coming to your yoga. If your knees are together, you will want to take the classic child's pose. To do that, you would bring your arms down by your sides, palms face up, and focus on your shoulders away from your ears. If your knees are apart, like mine are, we'll do a wide-legged child's pose. Reach your arms more to the top of your mat. Sink your head down toward the earth, or you can put a block under there and breathe. Taking it to the limits here. If you have your 2 blocks at the top of your mat, maybe place your hands on them and sink your chest down to the earth. You don't have to do this. You do it your way. That's the ticket. Send your tailbone to the back of your room. Your forehead is on your mat. Shake your head, yes, or shake your head, no. No to self-doubt. Breathe. Getting into the shoulders. If it doesn't feel good having your hands on the blocks, just push them away. Big breath in, big breath out. It's your yoga. Make it work for you. What you want to do is have some nice, good stretches that feel awesome in your body, however that is. Child's pose. Come back to it anytime you want. If you'd like, close your lips. Breathe in and out of your nose. As you do that, build heat in your body and just focus on your inner strength because you got it. Come back to this child's pose anytime you want. I'm going to come out of it now. I'm going to put my hands underneath my shoulders, bring my knees either further apart or closer together, whichever works for you from whichever position you were in. Press into the earth, hold here, even the tops of your feet are pressing in. Let's stretch out our forearms. So turn your fingers so they're facing towards your knees. Forearms are facing forward. Move your hips left and right, forward and back. Stretch out your forearm. How does it feel? Maybe take it further. Maybe go into the fingers. You decide what feels good in your hands and in your forearm. Breathe. Forearm stretch. Let's finish. Bring your hands back to a natural position. Lift them up off your mat. Wiggle your fingers like you're typing on a computer or playing a piano. That's good for this time of year. All right, let's finish up. Let's do a toes pose, ankle flow. Take your two blocks by your side, maybe at their high height. Come on up to a standing on your knees position. Tuck your toes towards your shins. Have a seat on your heels. Different ways we do this. If you know another way and prefer another way, do it. Today, we're just going to flow through this pretty quickly. Settle in. Heels. Your bottom is on your heels. Let the fascia in the feet, let the toes stretch. How does it feel? Strengthen your foundation. Hands on the blocks. Let's lean forward. Take the weight out of the feet. Lift the feet up. Place the tops of the feet down on your mat and come on back to have a seat on the tops of your feet. Press into your blocks. Lift your knees up. You're stretching your ankle in the other direction. So that's what you're doing. Toes pose has it in one direction. Ankle pose takes it in the opposite, getting that full range of motion stretch. Let's flow it. Blocks, move them forward if you want because they bring the ground up to you. Sit back on your heels. You can use the blocks or not. Maybe you don't want to use them and you want to challenge your balance a little bit. Bring your hands to prayer center if that's the case. Soften in your shoulders, stretch out your toes. Take it to an ankle pose. You're on the tops of your feet. You come on back, let your knees pop up, challenge your balance here. It's no biggie. Where are you going to fall, right? Just try. You could also put your hands down as a kickstand. Lots of ways to do it. Just do it. All right, one more toes pose. Tuck your toes to your shins, settle on in. I like the hands at prayer, soften in the shoulders. Maybe bring the shoulders back over your feet even more. Or not, come out of it if it's painful. You don't want to hurt. And when you're ready, last ankle pose. Really think about this one. Really give it your all. Lean on back, knees come up. Oh, you're stretching. Feels really good. How are you doing? All right, let's come out of this toes pose and ankle pose and do a cat-cow. All right, come on out. Neutral tabletop, knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Wiggle your hips, tap your feet out on the top of your mat. Maybe squeeze and scrunch your toes. Just kind of get the blood flowing there. Neutral tabletop, cat-cow. Chin to your chest, tailbone under, arch your back up to the sky, push hard into the earth. Inhale, cow, just the opposite. Crown of the head and tailbone lift. Do it again. Cat, everything tucks into the curve of a letter C. Inhale, cow, everything goes in the opposite direction. So a forward C and a backward C. There's your cat-cow. Let's do a little more lateral movement of the spine. Let's lift our right leg up, up, up. Lift it up nice and high. Draw your heel towards your shin. Cat pulling its tail. Push into the earth. Left hand lifts and reaches around and captures your right foot. Kick into your hand. Gaze down to your right thumb. If you'd like, look to the left of your mat. Look to the left of your room. Look over your left shoulder as you kick. and then finish. Hand comes down, knee comes down. Whew, we're back to the starting point. We got this. Left leg lifts. Right hand reaches around and captures it. Kick into the hand. Open up through the collarbone. Look to the right. Maybe higher, higher, higher. Breathe. There's your cat pulling its tail. Let's finish. Come on down. Do a neutral cat-cow pose. Chin to your chest. Elbow under. Inhale, cow, opposite. Whew. Neutral tabletop. Take a ball. Take a weight. Take something, perhaps, or nothing at all. See, you can always do it. Place it behind your right knee. Lift your right knee up. Let's do some fire hydrant poses, lifting to the side of the room. Toes drawn toward your shins. Last Friday, oh my gosh, I bet you thought we'd never stop. We did this for a long time. Not today. Just keep at it. You got it here. Hover the knee above the earth. Take it to a donkey kick. Lift the knee to about hip height. Start to pulse the ball in, in, in. Your right hip, bring it down a little bit more so both hips are equidistant to your mat. Little pulses, in, in, in. Squeeze the ball really good and tight, then pulse your foot up, up, up to the sky. Breathe. Take breaks whenever you want. Drink a drink whenever you want. Breathe. Strengthen your low back. Strengthen your big old glutes back there, or big young glutes. It's all good. You want them strong. Hover the knee next to the other one. Go back to your fire hydrant pose, lifting the knee to the side. Lift and lower. Don't set it down. Lift and lower. Finish. Hover the knee back to your donkey kick. Leg lifts. Bring it up nice and high. Pulses in, in, towards your bottom. Right hip dialed down. Breathe. Nice balance. You got it. Hug the heel in nice and tight. Lift it up to the earth. Little teeny pulses up to the sky. Up to the sky. That's where you're going. When you're ready, let's finish. Hover the right knee next to the left one. Bring it on down. We have another side to do. Our left side. Bring your prop behind the left knee. Or no prop at all, remember. All right, shoulders over wrists, knees under hips. Let's lift up the left knee. Hold it here. Hold it here. Draw the toes toward the shin and start with your fire hydrant pose. Little dog, big dog, you decide how high you want to lift it. Keep at it. Get into that hip socket. Get into building strength, mobility, flexibility. You want it all. You want it all. And you can have it all. Just keep at it. Don't quit. Don't give up. Hover the left knee next to the right. Bring the leg up behind the knee to about hip height. Dial the left hip down. Push into the earth. Spine is long. Little pulses of the heel toward your bottom. Breathe. Breathe. You got it. You got it. The ball makes it fun. A weight makes it a challenge. Breathe. Well, the ball makes it a challenge too. Just different. The ball is fun. Buy one. Ask for one for Christmas. Just don't inflate it too much. You want it squishy. Hug the heel in toward the bottom, and then pulse, pulse, pulse. The foot up to the sky. Little pulses. Breathe. Your pulses primarily come from your bar practice. Breathe. Hover the left knee next to the right. Go back to your Dalmatian pose. That's what Dawn calls it. I like that better than fire hydrant, maybe. All right, how are you doing? Okay, one more little bit of donkey kicks. Hover the knee, leg goes high, kick yourself in the bottom, little by little. And when you're ready, tight squeeze, lift the foot up, up, up to the sky. You got it. Finish. Left knee hovers next to right. Redistribute the weight equally into both hands. Hold here. Finish. Knee comes down. Take a brief wide-legged child's pose. Ball to the top of the mat like you did with the blocks earlier. Knees spread wide. Hips back toward your heels. Hands onto the ball. Stretch. Breathe. Big breath in and big breath out. And then finish. Come on up. Let's do bird dog pose. All right. So I bet you thought we weren't going to do bird dog. I love bird dog, especially on the ball. Try it if you got the ball. No ball at all, totally fine. Place the knee on the ball or nothing at all. Place the right toes, draw them into a dorsiflexion. drawing the toes toward the shins. All right, there's your little kickstand here. Lift the left leg up, 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 and extend it long, long, long. Hold here, press into your hands. Shoulders are over your wrists. Left leg is extended long. Check out your balance. Maybe add in the right arm, stretch, reach, reach. Little micro wiggles underneath that knee make you engage the deep muscles of your core. Hold. Finish. Hand comes down, knee comes down. Other knee. Ball under it. No ball, don't sweat it. Tuck the left toes under. Breathe. Balance on that ball. Maybe you just hold here for a little bit. Getting to know your props. Right leg extends. Heel goes to the back of the room. Stay here. Nice and long and strong you are. Left hand, add it in. Reach. Stretch. You got it. Reach farther, longer, stronger. You can do it. Finish. Hand comes down, knee comes down. That's your bird dog pose. That's a challenge. Doesn't it get your heart going? I think it does. All right, grab a drink of water and, okay, 2 things I said in the beginning, Grandpa and Lee Marvin. Let's go Lee Marvin first. And here's a tease. If you belong to our group, Friends of 316 Yoga on Facebook, you probably know what the grandpa is. All right. Okay, so we'll get to that in a minute. Lee Marvin, what was one of his famous movies? It was The Dirty Dozen. All right, if you know that, you're probably doing your yoga in the right place. 1967, Lee Marvin, The Dirty Dozen. All right, Dirty Dozen. Let's do our Dirty Dozen. And we're going to do planks. We're not going to set a timer today, but we're going to do, guess what? 12 variations of a plank. You can do it. Try it. We're not in any one very long. First thing we're going to do is a knee plank. So come on. Stay on your knees. Spread your knees a little bit wider. Got my cheat sheet. Spread your knees a little bit wider. Arms come forward. Hinge the weight more forward so the weight is into your arms. Nice and straight so they are stable. You can stay right here in this frog-like plank. Let's take it now to a low plank. Here's another variation. Come on down to your forearms. Forearms are parallel to the sides of your mat. Hands spread wide, knees go back a little bit, shoulders over your elbows. Hold here. Here's your low plank. There you go, also called a dolphin plank. Let's take it to another variation. Tuck your toes under. Come up off of those knees. There you go, that's another challenge. There's a low plank. There's your dolphin plank, not on the knees. How do you like it? Let's take it to another variation of plank. Oh, here we go. Let's go to a high plank. Press into your arms. You do what works for you. Shoulders over the wrists. Body's nice and long. Core is engaged. Hold here. This is your high plank. Staying long, straight, stiff like a board, like a plank. Push into the earth. A way to take a break here. Let's do that. Downward facing dog. Press into your hands. Send your hips high. Breathe. Crown of your head hangs toward the earth. Breathe. Take advantage of this little break. Now we're going to take our right leg, kick it high. Bring the right knee to the right elbow. Hinge forward. So take this knee to the elbow plank. Send it high again. No rest here. Send the right knee to the right elbow. Hold it. Send it high. Right knee, right elbow. Hold it. Scratch the forearm. Lifting the knee a little bit. Send the leg back, high plank. Let's go back to a down dog. Breathe. Oh my goodness, breathe. Left leg, kick it high. You're wondering what number we're on? We're only on about number 4. And left knee, left elbow. Send it back. Leg is straight and high. Bend it. Left knee, left elbow. Do it again. Leg high. Knee to elbow as you exhale. One more time, knee high, knee high. Exhale, knee to elbow. Give it a little scratch. Lift the knee up and down. Nice job. Send the legs back. Come to a high plank. Send the hips high. Come to a down dog. Breathe. Hold it here. Oh, breathe. Downward facing dog is a resting pose. Let's take it to a high plank. Spider-Man plank. Right knee, right elbow. Left knee, left elbow. Climb like Spider-Man. You got it. You got it. You got it. All right. Now, let's come down to our knees. Let's take a side plank. Left arm is down on your mat. Shoulder over the knee. Right leg extends. You're on your bottom knee. Right arm lifts. Here's your side plank on your knee. Breathe. Look up to your right hand. Other side. Right hand comes down. Right knee comes down. Left leg extends. Lifts off the mat. Left arm goes up. Look up. Breathe. A little bit of a break, right? Left arm comes down, right knee comes down. Let's do a high side plank. Send your legs long. Left arm is your foundation, left shoulder, under left wrist, both legs long. Right arm goes high. Stack your ankles or kickstand them. Breathe, look up, finish. Other side, back side here. Right arm plants, roll onto your right ankle, lift through the left arm, look up, finish. Come on back. Come to a high plank. Oh my goodness, saw plank. Move the heels forward and back like a saw. It's a Pilates move. Oh, breathe. Spread your arms wide, maybe to the edges or off your mat. Spread your feet wide, off the edges of your mat. Come into your high plank for a wide X. Breathe, breathe. Come back to a high plank. Hold your high plank, shoulder taps. Right hand, left shoulder, left hand, right shoulder. Back and forth, back and forth. We're at 10, you're at 10, 2 more. All right, left hand plants. Come to a side plank. Breathe, open up. Other side plank on the other side. Breathe, open up. Come on back, high plank. Hold it. Bend your knees, bear plank. Hover the knees and finish. Come on down. Whew. All right, cheat sheet, all done. 12 little variations of plank. You're strong, you did it, you did it. Thank you to the Dirty Dozen. So those are some planks. Try them sometime on your own or shake it up other days of the week when we have our practice. All right, let's go. Block under your feet. Whew. Don't quit, keep at it. Block under your feet. Pinky edge side of your foot onto the block. Don't have a block, don't sweat it. Ball behind your low back, come on back. Lean into the ball. Lean into the ball, hands at prayer center. Hold here, little pulses up. Knees open wide, up, up, up. If you're not on a ball, here's what else you could do. You could take your hands, lightly place your fingers at your temple, open your elbows up wide, little teeny pulses up. If you're on your back, you want your chin to pulse up to the sky. Breathe, 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 little pulses. I'm gonna extend my arms like number 11s and reach, reach, reach between my legs. Then I'm gonna reach to the right, hands surrounding my right leg, reach, reach, reach. Come back to center, reach, breathe, 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 little crunches, breathe. Other side, surround the left front leg, left front leg, left leg. That's right, breathe, breathe, breathe. You got it. Back to center, breathe, breathe, breathe. Oh, you can do it. Yes, you can. Knees open wide. Come on now. You can do it. Right knee, surround it. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You can do it. Back to center. Left knee. Oh my goodness. Back to center. You can do it. Yes, you can. Back to the right knee. Reach, 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 reach. Lori and Scott. Scott used to tease me about how much coffee I drank before a class. Not much today, just 1 cup. Breathe, breathe. Other side. Left, reach, 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 reach. Back to center. Reach, reach, reach. Let's finish. Oh my goodness. Remove the ball, remove the block. Come to fully reclined on your mat. Pentacle pose, arms and legs spread wide. Breathe. Oh my goodness. It's good. It's all good because you're doing it your way, doing what you can. Legs back to the midline. Little Pilates pose here. Bend your right knee, hug it in towards your chest. Left knee, hug it in towards your chest. Alternate. Leg goes long, other leg gets hugged in. Add in some levels here. Peel up your shoulders. Reach. Don't let the legs sit down. Reach, reach. Just keep it extended, almost like a recumbent bicycle, but hug the knees in, in, in. You got it. Both legs go long, both knees in. Both legs go long, both knees in. Repeat. Continue. You've got it. We can do this. Yes, we can. Let's come on up to a seated position. From this seated position, find your 2 blocks. Let's go into some lunges. Take the 2 blocks, bring them by your side. Come to standing on your knees. Lunge. Bring the right foot forward, knee over ankle. Blocks. Bring the ground up to you. Left knee Left leg goes long. Slip a towel under your left knee if that feels better. Take the lunge here. Breathe. Maybe shoulders more over the hips. Maybe a baby back bend. Arms lifted to the sky. And then lean back. Hands to prayer center. Hold it here. Lengthen through those left toes, even more to the back of the room. Surf it out. Use the blocks to walk back toward your heel. Right leg straightens. Have a seat on your bottom. Have a seat on your heel. And then walk it forward. You decide how you want to do this. Back and forth, back and forth. Maybe the towel under the knee feels mighty good. And your balance. If you don't want to use the blocks, no blocks at all. Think about your core lifting you. Breathe. And then when you come up, let's reach forward. Reach, reach, really reach forward like you're handing someone a gift. And then let's finish. Switch out your knees. Let's go back to the way we started. Nothing wrong with staying how you start. Left knee over left ankle. Right leg goes along on your mat with the help of these blocks. Press into them. Send the legs straight. The other day, our variation of this was we stayed in it for a long period of time. Maybe that's what you want to do today. All right? I'm going to bring my shoulders over my hips. Arms up to the sky, maybe if you want. Little back bend if you want. Arms back up. Hands to prayer center. Breathe here, using the blocks or not. Let's surf it out. What does that mean? Just straighten the left leg like you're surfing, right? Send your hips on back. Maybe use the blocks or not. Surf it out. A couple times, maybe 3 times, maybe longer. Maybe you're faster than I am. Breathe. Maybe you want to take it slower. No prizes for how fast or how slow. Breathe. This time I'm going to reach, 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 reach. Nice job. Let's finish up. Come on to both knees. Grab your hand weights and let's come on up to standing. All right. Maybe grab a drink in between. You decide. Okay, feet kind of together. You know, you could put the ball between your legs. That's kind of nice too. A nice tight squeeze. Everything's engaged. Kind of eases some of the tension on the low back. Weights to your shoulders and lift them up to the sky. All right, we do this often in our starting pose. Kind of get the shoulders going, our starting pose for our weights. You could lift one weight, then the other. All right, here's the grandpa thing. Keep at this for a little bit. Here's the grandpa thing. In our group, Friends of 316 Yoga, if you want to join, ask and I'll let you in. Private Facebook group where we post articles about what we've done and what we're going to do. One cute little, I think it was a German advertisement, and it was about a grandpa. There's your grandpa. All right, bring the weights down by your sides. Soften in your shoulders. Really cute commercial. Put a bend in your knees. Take the weights to about a 45-degree angle in front of you. Hold them here, and then lift them up and straighten your legs so the weights are at about shoulder height. Bend in the knees, lower the weights at about a 45-degree angle, then come on up. And here's the deal. What the grandpa did, it was really cute. He started off, he had a kettlebell. You know what a kettlebell is? It's just a single big weight. And he had a big kettlebell and he was dragging it through his garage really, really hard. And the neighbors would peek in and look at him and, the old fool, what's he doing? He can't lift that up. Every day, rain or shine, keep at it, y'all. Lift. Come back to your 45-degree angle with a bend in the knees. Come on up, weights to your shoulders, legs straight. Keep at it. So he would lift the kettlebell like we're doing now. Real slow at first, could barely get his hands around it, could barely lift it up, he'd drop it. But as you know, neighbors were skeptical. Everybody was skeptical, but he kept at it every day, every day, every day, every day. Then it ends, I'm gonna, spoiler alert, it ends with the grandpa all dressed up, goes to his daughter's house, and he's so excited because he gives the granddaughter a package, and in the package is a star at the top of the tree. The grandpa reaches down, picks up the little girl, holds her high above his head, lift your weights up, and he's able to hold her to put the star on top of the tree because he worked at it. All right, weights down by your sides. Really cute commercial. Check it out in our group. All right, put a bend in your knees. Take it into a drinking bird. Knees are bent, weights to your shoulders. palms face in. You're balancing on your toes here. Send the weights to the back of the room and then bring them towards your shoulders. Back and forth. Back and forth. Shoulders are back. Your chest is lifted. Your gaze is forward. You know what? I think a lot of times we give up. We think, I'm too old to do this. I can't do that. I've lost it. I can't do it. Yes, you can. Because you start and you do it little by little and you don't give up. Maybe more of a bend in your knees. What do you think? Send the weights back toward your armpit, and then back again. This time, let's leave them back here and do little pulses to the back wall. Breathe. Chest is lifted. Now pulse the hands in. Weights going in towards your low back. Hold here. You can be flat-footed if you want. Breathe. Finish. Come on up. Legs straight. Arms by your sides. Take a big breath in. And a big shoulder softening breath out. Send your shoulders back and down. You've got it. When you're ready, weights to your shoulders. Lift the weights up and then take them to one side or the other. Nice and straight, reach. Back to your shoulders, back to the midline. Lift them up, bring them back to your shoulders and shoot them like a shooting star to the other side. Back, up, shoulders, other side. Back, up, shoulders, other side. You got this. Let's keep at it. Nice little side bend reminiscent of our palm tree, right? When you're ready, let's finish up. Weight at your shoulders. Tee out your arms. Palms face down, and then pulse your hands down. Breathe. Chest is lifted. You are strong. You are strong. Yes, you are. Believe it. Because it's true. Flip your hands, palms face up, and then pulse your arms up, up, up. When you're ready, bring these weights. Arms are straight. Bring them so the two weights touch in front. Your arms are parallel to each other, palms face up. Serve the tray. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Bring the weights up overhead, palms touching in. Bend your elbows. Hold on to those weights or reduce it and let one weight go. Little teeny pulses back here, working on your triceps. Feels good on the triceps, this part of your arm. Doesn't that feel nice? Breathe, breathe, breathe. Lift them up overhead, bend them so the weights come to your shoulders. Up and down, up and down. You got it. Breathe. All right. A few more of these. Strong arms will help you do your dirty dozen planks again. Move it or lose it, right? You know that. Motion is lotion. You always feel better after you do movement. Finish. Arms down by your sides. Shoulders relax. Let it be. Squeeze the ball. Bend your knees. Bend your knees more. Shoulders back over your hips. Sink on down. Sink on down. Weights can help you. Maybe. Sink all the way down. All the way down. All the way down. Release your weights. Squeeze that ball. Helps you stay stable. And then strong core lifts you back up to standing. All right, in this standing position, let's remove the ball and let's do some balancing or some strengthening of our spine also. So to balance, our beloved tree pose, hands to prayer center, weight out of the right leg, open up the knee to the side of the room, root firmly into your left leg. Place the sole of the foot wherever you like, just not on your knee. Foot presses into the leg. Hands can be on your hips or on a chair. Prayer center, all good. Maybe grow a branch or two. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Sway your branches. Bring your hands back to prayer center. Guide the right knee to the front of the room. Thigh parallel to the earth. Toes drawn up towards your shins. Hold it here, then add in the arms. One-legged mountain. Breathe. Don't collapse in your hips. Decompress your hips. Lengthen up here. Lengthen up through the crown of your head and hold in your one-legged mountain. When you're ready, big step forward with the right foot. Place the right foot down on the earth. Maybe your hands to your hips to start. Hinge the weight forward into your right leg. Little bend feels good in the knee. Shoulders are back and down. You're strong. Take the weight out of the back leg a little bit or a lot. Hinge forward, bringing the left leg up the back wall. Bring it up, up, up. Little bend in the right knee. Remove your hands and send them long to the front of your room. Here's your warrior three pose. Sweep your arms back, palms face down, like a big airplane. Hold it here. Take them back, sweep them forward again. Hands to your hips now. Left foot meets right. You've got it. Other side. Root into your opposite leg. Bend the knee of the opposite leg and take your tree pose. Slip the foot up, up, up to wherever is right for you. Press the foot into the leg, leg into the foot. A chair is a nice way to balance. Hands to prayer center maybe. Arms up, up, up to grow branches if you like. Sway them to challenge your balance. Hands back to prayer center. Left knee to the front of the room. Thigh parallel to the earth. Toes drawn toward the shin. Relax your shoulders. Back and down. Hold here. Add in your arms. Arms lift. Lift out of your fingertips a little bit more. You got it. Step forward with that left foot. Right foot goes back. Hands come to your hips. Hinge forward. Little bounciness in the left knee. Right leg up the back wall. Or however high you want to take it. Don't judge yourself. Maybe bring it nice and high, parallel to the mat. Maybe arms reach long and strong to the front of your mat. Sweep your arms back, palms face down. Find your balance. If you fall out, no big deal. Get right back in. Arms reach long to the front. Reach. And then hands to your hips. Right foot meets left on your mat. Come back up to standing. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Let it go. Spread your legs wide. Horse pose. Legs are spread wide. Pinky toes towards the side, short sides of your mat. And then when you're ready, hands to prayer center. Heels in a little bit. Bend into your knees, driving the knees open to the sides of your room. Hands at prayer center. Hold here. Feels like you're on a great big Clydesdale horse. That's the horse of the month, right? All right. Little teeny pulses. Down, down, down. Shoulders are back over your hips. None of this leaning forward. Shoulders back, right over your hips. Pulsing down, down, down. Breathe. Maybe feet widen a little bit. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Feet are down. You got this. No big deal. Pop on up to the balls of your feet if you want, and then pulse it. Pulse, pulse, pulse. You got it. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Now alternate heel touchdowns. One heel, then the other. Come up onto both sets of the balls of the feet. Sink it even lower and pulse, pulse. Feet could be flat or feet can be lifted onto the balls of the feet. Little teeny pulses. Shoulders, check in with them. Bring them back over the hips. One heel down, then the other. Alternate. And when you're ready, let's finish here. Explode into a 5-pointed star. Knees straighten. Arms go high overhead. Shake your hips. You got it. Hands to prayer center. Left foot meets right. Fold forward as we make our way down to the ground. Fold forward here. Little bend in the knees. How does it feel? Breathe. Bend your knees. Come on down to your mat. Let's come down to your right side. Right forearm parallel to the top of your mat. Find a weight or 2 weights or no weights. All right, clamshells. So we're going to rest on the hip. Forearm parallel to the top of the mat. Take your weights and place them in your hands. Bring them on top of the outside of your left thigh. Start to open and close your legs while keeping the ankles glued together. You don't want to use the weights? Don't use them. It's plenty hard without them. Try it. Maybe say two weights is too much. No weights is not enough. Take it to 1 weight. It's all good. All right. Lift the ankles up if you like and open and close the legs. You can do it. Yes, you can. Come on. Don't give up. Stick with it. You're strong. Find your inner strength. It's all there. Some is just buried deeper than others, but it's there. All right, finish. Legs come down. Come to your other side. So, elbow under the shoulder, forearm parallel to the top of the mat. Knees bent, ankles glued, with or without the weights. Start to lift and lower. Breathe through it. Stay lifted in your chest. Be strong. And if you're doing the weights, try it without the weights. If you don't have weights, try it with just one. Little challenges, little by little, right? All right, maybe lift the ankles up and open and close. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You got it. Come on now, we can do this. We can, yes we can. More fun to do it together, isn't it? Breathe. All right, how are you doing? Shall we end it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You did it. Legs come down, remove your weights, come up to seated. All right, a very familiar pose. Seated, forward fold. Toes up toward the sky, arms lift high. Breathe, look up. Soften in the shoulders, look forward. Arms reach parallel to each other toward the front of your room. Toes drawn toward your shins, reach, reach, reach. Maybe capture your ankles, your feet, your calves, whatever you can reach, and bring your gaze toward your knees. Finish. Come on up on your shoulders. Come on to your right knee. Maybe grab one weight. You're on your right knee, right hand is your foundation. Left leg extends long. Reach the weight up to the sky and then reach it forward. No weight, it's totally fine. Kind of a little mermaid pose. Bring the weight back to your hip and then reach it long. Have your shoulder of your right hand right over the wrist, strengthen stability. All right, weight to your hip. Weight is long, reach to the front of your room, reach the farthest yet, maybe lift up the straightened left leg, and then finish. Weight back to your hip, knees meet on your mat, take it to the other side. So now you'll be on your left knee and your left arm. Left shoulder over left wrist. Right leg goes long, weight by your side, lift it up to the sky. Maybe that's all you want to do, and bring it back to the hip. Maybe you lift it up and bring it forward. Bring it on back. Lift it up, bring it forward, bring it on back. Do what speaks to you. Maybe lift the right leg up, 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 stretch, reach through it, find a little bit of balance, and then finish. Weight back to your hip. Right knee comes down. Come on back to standing on your knees. Little gentle camel, hands to your low backs. You're standing on your knees. Draw your elbows towards your spine. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Look up overhead. Breathe. Nothing big. You got it. Finish. Come on down to your belly. Bring the ball between your ankles. Come down to a crocodile pose. That's bent elbows, hands on top of each other. Ball, perhaps, between your bottom ankles. Lift up in the legs, your bottom ankles as opposed to your top ankles. Bring them back, forehead down on your hands. Lift and lower the ball. No ball at all, just lift your feet up a little bit. Strengthen your low back in a kind, gentle way. Legs come down, keep them down. Forehead is glued to your stacked hands. Empty the air out of your lungs. And when you're ready, keep the hands glued to your forehead and lift on up through your arms. Elbows open wide to the side of your room. Lift a little higher. Hold it. Finish. Come on down. All right, press on up into a seal pose. Arms are straight, gaze down your nose. Let's come on over onto our backs. Once on your back, bring a block up to the top of your mat, and let's do a bridge pose. Knees are bent. Bring your eye shade and your towel too. Have that ready for final shavasana. Knees are bent. Come on down, all the way down to your back. Once on your back, feet are right behind your bottom. Ankles are underneath your knees. Press on up to a bridge pose. Hips, nice stretch in the front of your hip flexors. Arms down by your sides. Wiggle your shoulders closer together. Breathe. That block that you brought up by your head, bring it to your bottom. Place it at its medium height, and let's do a supported bridge briefly. Rest your hips onto that block. at whatever height you like. I kind of like the medium. Breathe here. Bring the block to its lowest height and rest your whole bottom on it and send your legs long. There's your little pontoon pose. Maybe you'd like to add the arms in and send them high overhead. Stretch out the front of your hips. Big breath in, big breath out. Bend your knees. Bend your knees, send your hips high to the sky. Remove the block. Or maybe you want to stay on the block, and that's fine too. All right, right leg. I'm going to lift my right leg up to the sky. Toes are pointed, little teeny pulses, arms down by my sides. I'm going to pulse the right leg up, up, up to the sky. Take it to a 45-degree angle, pulse it. Press the left foot into the mat. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Back up to the sky with the right leg. Breathe. Bend the right knee. Right foot meets left on the mat. Re-engage and lift your hips nice and high. Send the left leg up nice and high. Pulse the toes of the left leg up, up, up. You're strong, pressed into the right foot. Breathe. Left leg to a 45-degree angle. Re-engage, lift your hips up high. Hold it here. One more time, leg lifts high. Pulse, 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 strong. Left foot meets right. Re-engage, hips go high. Breathe. Roll your spine down gently, softly, one vertebra at a time. Tailbone comes down last. Left leg goes long on your mat. Left heel drives to the bottom of your mat. Right knee bends. Using either your towel or your hands, capture and interlace your fingers underneath your right knee. Towel is a fine option. Hug it in also. Breathe. Hug it in really tightly. You're strong. You can do it. Remember yesterday, we did a pose called Tipsy Frog. We were on our bellies, and we bent the one knee, sending it to the side. So use your right hand, open up your right knee to the side. Bring it on back, hug it on in. Let the left hand now take control of the right knee and come into a supine twist. Hand guides the knee to the left side of the body. Hip stays down, or shoulder stays down, hips stack. Turn to the right, gaze to the right. Finish. Hip comes down, interlaced fingers or towel, hug the right knee in, open it up again to the right side. Bring it back to center, release it long. Other side, oh, that hip feels good. Bend the left knee. Hug it in with your towel or with your interlaced fingers. Strong arms, strong arms. Left hand opens up that left knee to the side. Now the right hand takes hold of the left knee and guides it across the midline of the body. Working the knee toward the earth, doesn't have to touch. Left arm tees out, shoulder stays down, and you look to your left. Come back, come back. Gaze to the sky, left hip comes down. Left hand takes the left knee again and opens it up nice and wide. Bring it back to center and squeeze it in. Left leg goes long on your mat. Find your blanket if you want to use it. It's rolled up like a burrito, right? Bring it on down vertically onto your mat. Bottom stays on your mat. Come to recline on what I hope is this comfortable mat. Cover your eyes with your eye shade or your towel and enjoy your final shavasana. All right, how do you like the towel or the blanket? I've got to move mine a little bit so my bottom is more on the mat. Get comfortable, your head's supported, your spine's supported. You're encouraging that natural little low curvature of your spine here, and it just feels nice to rest the spine on something soft. Arms down by your sides, palms face up, feet slightly spread, pinky toes fall to the edges of the earth. Come back to your breath. Big inhales, big soft exhales. Soften your shoulders, let them fall toward the earth, kind of like a mini fish pose in the shoulders. Soften the area between your eyebrows. And be at peace. Deepen your breath. And just let your body go. You did so much today. If you can stay longer in your final shavasana pose, really give your mind and your body and your spirit the treat. If it's time for you to conclude this hour, start to bring little motions back into your fingertips and your toes. Just feel them, let them just float about as they move. Squeeze and scrunch the fingers and toes. Move them every possible way you can think of. Wrists and ankles too. Work that motion up there. And then stretch, big stretch, like a first good morning stretch. Reach your arms high overhead. Point your toes. Find length in your body. Big breath in, big breath out. You did side planks, you did a side mermaid, you did palm tree. Side body length and strength and mobility is yours. Exhale. Bend your elbows, roll off of your blanket if you used it. Use your low arms bicep as a pillow for your head. Top shoulder is soft. Savor a breath here. Big cycle of breath. Let it infuse you with peace. And a big sighing, stress releasing exhale. As you're ready, press on up to a comfortable seated position, whatever is comfortable for you today. Maybe legs are crossed. Maybe you take a down dog. Whatever feels good. Close your eyes. Lengthen up through your spine. Bring your hands to prayer center. Palms are touching. Let your thumbs press slightly into your chest. Take a deep breath in as you lengthen up. And as you exhale, soften your shoulders. And trust in the earth beneath you that's holding you solid and firm. Your foundation. Gently blink. Your eyes open. You did it! An hour-long yoga practice. How did you like the Dirty Dozen? Lots of ways to do planks, but planks help build strength, and we can all get stronger. We all need to be stronger. Don't give up, just try. And I challenge you, come back every day, do what you can. Maybe you only do 10% of the practice, but then next week, maybe it'll be 15%. And then maybe you will just be holding your planks for the entire hour. You decide, do what works for you, but focus on learning. Every problem in life is really just a sign that you need to learn more. How's that? Have a great day, everybody. Love you guys. Stress number, what was it? What is it? It's all good. Bye. See you on your mats tomorrow. Peace, love, joy to you from all of us. Bye. Hi. How are you? You're a good girl. You're just a good girl. Bonnie, where are you? Come on, Bonnie. Come on, Bonnie. Good girl. You guys are rock stars. Do you know that? You're good doggies. Good girl. As we wrap up this last full week of joyous January, continue with your yoga. Just remember and think about how much joy it brings you and how much flexibility and mobility it brings you to your body. And you got to find the positive in everything. Like Einstein said, and this is a lovely thing, he said that you got to find the joy in everything. You either think everything is a miracle or nothing is a miracle. And let's focus on everything is a miracle. Your progress, your ability to move, your ability to do your yoga. It's all a miracle. It's all a joyous miracle. Continue with it. Ask your friends to join our yoga. They can join us every day from the privacy of their own home. As you know, it is free for anybody and everybody, and I hope you're having fun with it, and I hope they will too. You can check out our website. It's www.316yoga.com if you'd like to support our broadcast. Have a great day. See you on your mats tomorrow, and find miracles in all that you do.